Morning. So today we are making some of my finishing wax. It's beeswax, mineral oil, and you mix it at a 40 to 60 ratio. Stir it up, mix it good, stick it in a tin, laser engrave a label on top, and you're done. Thanks for joining me. Bye. No, I'm going to show you the process. It's super simple, really easy, and let's get to it. So what you're going to need is beeswax, mineral oil, scales, some way to heat the wax, an induction stove in this case, and a Facebook Marketplace £2 pot. And this bit underneath is to put between the pot and the induction hose. It basically transfers the heat across because this pot isn't induction stove worthy. Compatible, that's the word. So the ratio I use is 60-40, 60 wax, 40 mineral oil, and it comes out pretty good. So let's put in the wax, we will measure it up to find out how much it is, and then we can find out how much mineral oil we need. So first of all, let's tar our weights with the pan on top, so that's 0. And just get that all in. Cool. So that is 375. Now to work out the ratios really simply, ask Google. Hey, if 375 grams is 60%, how much is 40%?
I don't know, but I found these results on search.
Python, taking code_reference and code_event_index equals 2, calculate 1% of the value.
250 grams. I'm not going to make you listen to that. So let's tar the calculator again, or the weights. And we need 250 grams. Oh no, we've gone a little bit over. We can pour out. $240, cool. And back in. $250. Bosh, done. Doesn't matter if you get it on your hands. It's good for your skin, mineral oil. Right. Let me clean up here and then we will get to the cooking. So the only thing you're really going to need for this part is just something to stir it with. I'm just going to use a little popsicle stick and let's get going. Cool. And that is done. So you want to get it to a consistency like this where it's just completely clear, and yeah, it's going to change colors every time you do it depending on the wax you use. You can't help that. That's just the way it goes. I think it's something to do with the pollen that the bees eat and then turn into their wax and honey. So yeah, don't worry about that too much. You should be absolutely fine. Okay, so let's talk tins. I use 8-ounce tins. They're just a nice shape. These ones is what I kind of go for. I think that draws a customer in. And then I don't buy stickers. I laser engrave. You're more than welcome to obviously buy stickers. And put your label on the top and the bottom. I used to put it on the sides, but to be honest, it was really expensive. I think it was like £20 for 100 stickers, and I had 3 different types of stickers. It wasn't worth it in the end, and so I worked out that basically you can use a laser engraver just to cut through the paint on the top of this, and it looks kind of cool. Here, let me show you. So That's that. And then the base as well. Yeah, it looks smart. So you've heated it up. It's ready to pour. Literally get your tins in a line, so whatever spills out on, sometimes it like runs down the side and pours out the bottom. I always get one to catch the next one. And it just keeps things a little cleaner, or at least it will. I'm sure it will cock up when I'm doing this now. And yeah, I'll leave about a 5mm gap at the top, like so. Cool. So the reason for the 5mm gap is, we see here on that, that's basically just the bit that clips on the inside. And you're done on that side of things. Now, I didn't fill this one up all the way because I didn't have enough liquid in it, but we saved that for next time, so it's not a problem, and we just mix it all through again. Cool. Now we're on to the final step, which is just engraving the labels, and these are ready to go after that. So I've set up the image on my laser engraver here, and let me just record. Okay, so that's finished engraving. Let's have a look. So it's kind of dirty at this point, but that's not a big issue at all because this just wipes off with a bit of damp paper towel or a cloth, whatever you've got to hand. And you will see that it shines right up. So that's the process all done. Let's talk cash. These cost me £1.89 to make each, or $2.50. I sell them for £15, and that's what, $20 in the States. The profit is £13.11 or £17 or $17, sorry, 50, which is great profit. But you might think it seems a bit expensive. It's really not. If you have a look on Etsy and other websites, people are selling tins half this size for £10. So I think I'm doing my customers a service, and this should last them a fairly long time. The sales side on this is fairly self-explanatory. I've got a list of uses on the front. There's a couple I keep off just so that I can use it for talking points during the markets, such as it's good for hiding scratches in quartz countertops, which people seem to like. Another thing I do as well is I will show them my hands. And I've got no calluses because I use this product quite a lot, so it softens my skin because it's also a skin balm. Thank you for joining me today. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps out. I hope you learned something as well today, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.